Mike Zeroh's sources have been giving him information on the upcoming Rise of Skywalker trailer. Let's look into the leaks and see whether or not they pan out to be true.
Hello, what have we here?
Hello there, welcome back to the channel where we love to talk about Star Wars rumors. In this video, we will be going over claims made by Mike Zeroh about the upcoming Rise of Skywalker trailer. In particular, the videos he's made since the D23 teaser trailer. Mike Zeroh is probably one of the most notorious and infamous Star Wars leakers on the internet. I found out about him between The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. I was watching a lot of his videos trying to learn as much as possible about the production of The Last Jedi. At the time, he was claiming that people on the lighting crew on the production team of The Last Jedi had access to the script, and they were the ones that were feeding him the information that he was leaking. At some point, I stopped watching him because he was giving very detailed script information, and I was worried that The Last Jedi would be completely spoiled for me if I kept watching his videos. From what I can remember though, the plot details he did leak didn't end up in The Last Jedi. Not the ones I heard anyway. Mike was actually one of the big reasons I started this channel. So many were leaking information before the movies were coming out, but I didn't see many people following up the claims after the movies were released. So Mike Zeroh, it's time to put you under the interrogation lamp. Mike has been posting leaks about the upcoming trailer every 1 to 3 days since the D23 teaser. Mike is a very prolific video maker. The videos about the trailer follow a very similar format. Each video has 2 to 4 leaked sequences or details. He gives each point in detail and then talks about each point in detail. Each video lasts roughly 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Some sequences slightly change from one video to the next, and sometimes completely new information is added. Another thing I've noticed is that when other leakers provide information about the trailer, Mike slowly starts to incorporate this information into his own videos. This will hopefully be the first of many videos on Mike before the next trailer is released. I can't promise I'll make it through all of his info, but I will try my hardest. A video number will be on screen while I go over each point from that video, and there will be a link to that video in the description so you can check it out for yourself if you want to. So without further ado, let's get into it. These are the sequences that Mike says we'll be getting in the upcoming trailer. Rey and Kylo are fighting during a severe thunderstorm. Rey flips over Kylo and their blades touch while Rey is in mid-air. Kylo and the Knights of Ren are standing around a large Darth Vader statue lit up by Kylo's saber because they are in a dark environment. Palpatine can be heard in the background telling Kylo why he must follow the path of his grandfather and that he must not fail. Another scene shows Luke standing with R2 while next to a burning structure. This is a brand new world with many hills. We hear Anakin and Obi-Wan talking, sounding older than they ever have before. Yavin and the Forest Moon of Endor will make an appearance, as well as the rebel base we see on Yavin 4 in A New Hope. Rey, Poe, and Finn land next to the temple in the Tantive 4. One shot shows Palpatine sitting on his new throne on board his new Star Destroyer. Rey and Kylo are in a duel on top of a stone bridge. Kylo has the upper hand and it looks like Rey is going to fall off the bridge. A revised track of the Duel of Fates is used in this sequence. The next shot shows Palpatine looking out a huge window, watching a battle between the First Order and the Resistance. Another sequence shows Rey holding onto Vader's melted helmet with her lightsaber ignited in the other hand. There's a huge fire and explosion in the distance, as well as Kylo's ship. We will apparently get to see the world of Mustafar. Rey enters a structure that has heaps of old Jedi statues. During the sequence, we hear Anakin and Obi-Wan faintly talking in the background. A scene shows Rey and Kylo standing before the throne room that seems to be made out of a cave. A shadowy figure can be seen in the distance and Palpatine can be heard talking about the dark side and the light side. Kylo's face has scratches and bruises on it. Another scene shows Rey meditating on a large boulder in the middle of the woods where she can be seen lifting rocks around her as well as the Skywalker lightsaber. Leia is in the distance looking at Rey. Part of the Falcon can also be seen. Another scene shows Kylo in a battle against the Knights of Ren. Another scene shows Luke Skywalker handing someone a new lightsaber design. Palpatine and Luke get a new theme song. The trailer will also show a scene that unveils Palpatine's face for the first time in over 10 years. The trailer will also showcase the voices of all the main heroes and villains, and it's also going to be the longest Star Wars trailer from the saga. Han Solo's voice will appear in this trailer. An X-Wing is also shown crashing into the water of Arc 2. Rey and Kylo are shown running away from a big tidal wave while their lightsabers are ignited. Rey can be seen in a cave, sitting in shallow water, listening to the voices of Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Yoda. Kylo is seen leading an army of Sith troopers towards a large base that is said to be engulfed in flames. A young Luke is standing next to R2 on what seems to be a strange world while examining his green lightsaber. Rey can be seen looking at Palpatine's holocron, while Palpatine can be heard talking about the true nature of the Force. Kylo can be seen standing in front of the remains of Darth Vader's TIE fighter that is being lifted up by cranes operated by the First Order. A young Luke can be seen meditating on a levitating boulder in front of a Jedi training temple. Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Yoda's voices can be heard in the background. In one scene, Rey can be seen using the Skywalker saber, deflecting blaster fire back at a group of Sith troopers. Rey uses the Force to freeze the blaster bolts and redirects the blast back to the Sith troopers. This takes place on a strange world. Kylo can be seen standing in front of Vader's charred armor that is said to be standing up like a scarecrow. Palpatine and Snoke can be heard talking about the dark side. Kylo's red throne can be seen in the background. Rey is sitting on a boulder with the pieces of the Skywalker saber floating around her head. Yoda's dialogue from The Empire Strikes Back can be heard faintly in the background. Kylo Ren is standing in front of a shadowy figure who ignites a red lightsaber that has a brand new ignition sound. There's some dialogue of Palpatine saying something along the lines of, "Fulfill your family's legacy." The scene is very dark and sinister and plays Palpatine's new theme. Another sequence shows Rey walking into a lake where the water appears to have a beautiful glowing blue color, with white orbs that are flying around the environment. Anakin's voice can be heard in the background. He sounds older than we have ever heard him before, which alludes to him being an older Force ghost. One of the scenes in this shot is said to be very similar to Avatar. Next, we see Kylo sitting on his new red throne inside of his throne room, where all 6 Knights of Ren enter and yield before Kylo with their weapons placed on the ground. They then hand Kylo Vader's broken lightsaber hilt that is split into 3 different pieces. So there you have it. What do you make of these supposed leaks? There will be at least another 2 videos on Mike Zeroh's trailer leaks before the actual trailer is released, so make sure you subscribe if you want to keep track of the rest of these leaks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And remember, it doesn't matter what galaxy you're in, Jesus is Lord.